Hey YouTube, this video is a response to a request I had by a viewer of one of my other videos. He asked to see a video on a urban survival kit or a get home bag. What I call mine is a get home bag. He had a really valid point by saying that if something happens, you're likely to not be at home. We spend an awful lot of time away from home, and it just seems that if something's going to happen, we're probably not going to be there. So last summer, I guess a little bit of backstory here. Last summer, I was working as a traveling salesman, and I oftentimes worked about an hour and a half from home. So I put together a little get home bag to kind of help me get home if I needed to. So, anywho, I'm going to start off here with a couple of. Here we just have a wool blanket and a change of clothes. I never had tennis shoes or anything like that because the shoes that I wore were comfortable and good for walking. So, moving right along, some hand warmers. The other thing to mention, real quick, one thing that you don't see here and is now in this kit is coveralls. It's winter time, so I want to have some appropriate attire. Then, of course, water. Now, I would like to have more water than this with me if possible, but a couple of bottles that were small, easy to carry. I didn't want to travel with a lot of weight if I could help it, but a lot of times I'd keep a couple of 2 liter bottles filled with water in the car too. Then some food, couple different things here. This one here is just a real quick, pick me up if I just need a little something, Cliff Bar, and then the other item is one of those Coast Guard ration meals. It's 2,400 calories, and I haven't tasted it, but I'm sure it doesn't taste good. But that's supposed to be 3 days worth of food, but if you're walking, it's probably more like one. So then, of course, a bandana. There's 101 different uses for that. Headlamp. I think walking at night, especially, it'd be nice to keep your hands free so you can kind of feel everything else out and use your hands to assist you in walking through trees or other obstacles. A Swiss Army knife. Victorinox has always been a favorite of mine. I usually carry one in my pocket, but as a backup, I have one with a few more tools here in the kit. Also, an emergency whistle. Actually, it's a 4-in-1 kit, I believe. There's a thermometer, magnifying glass, compass, and whistle. The compass and whistle, I think, are the most important pieces there. But then, of course, some portable Aqua Tablets, especially with only having a couple of bottles of water. I figured this is a real lightweight solution to make found water potable. Let's see here, a hooded poncho. It's pretty self-explanatory. And this is actually one of those big can liners. It's kind of got the same theory as the poncho. Just a little extra water protection for the bag or whatever else you need. Sorry about that. The dog decided he needed to itch. Then here we have just a small hank of 550 Paracord, a small first aid kit, and some light sticks to augment the headlamp. And then, of course, for personal protection, you have a handgun. Now, this isn't the one that I carried with me most of the time. Um, Obviously, it's not a lot of firepower, but something's better than nothing. And the other thing to mention is that I wouldn't always carry one with me. If I was closer to home or sometimes even when I wasn't spending the night somewhere, I just didn't feel comfortable bringing it with me, leave it in my vehicle. I live in the great state of Illinois where we don't have the right to carry concealed. So to legally transport a firearm, it has to be unloaded and enclosed in a case. So I would have a loaded magazine in the case with it and go that way. Keep it in the bag, locked in the vehicle, hidden out of sight. And kind of made me nervous sometimes, but that's about the only way I was able to do it. So anyway, that is just a quick little video about my get home bag. If you have any questions, feel free to comment. Any other comments, feel free to make those too. So thanks for watching.